Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Tarot CelebriTEA with your boy Ducky. Today, we're going to be reading tarot cards for San and Yunho from ATEEZ. Remember to keep in mind that these videos are for entertainment purposes, and that is because we do not have San nor Yunho here to confirm nor deny that what I'm seeing in the cards and how I'm interpreting the cards is resonating with them or is not resonating with them. So just remember to take these videos with a grain of salt. And without further ado, let's get started on San and Yunho's reading on their friendship together. So what does San think of Yunho? Let's start there. What are San's thoughts on Yunho? Ooh, we got the Four of Pentacles in reverse with the King of Wands in reverse. What does San think of Yunho? And the Wheel in reverse. Ooh. So it seems that maybe San believes Yunho is going through some unfortunate things right now. Let's get some cards representing Yunho's thoughts on San. We got the Eight of Pentacles. Yunho's thoughts on San. The Lovers in reverse. And the Devil. Whoa! Interesting. So I'm going to cover up this because there's a little bit of nudity on this card. So we're just going to cover this up. So let's start with Yunho's thoughts on San with the Lovers card showing up here in reverse. Now, the Lovers is ruled by Gemini, and as y'all know, Gemini is a dual sign. So this card coming in reverse is, I'm getting the sense that Yunho believes that sometimes San maybe cares too much about what other people think about him, and therefore sometimes he makes a lot of decisions based off of like what he thinks other people expect out of him, or like what they don't expect out of him. Sometimes he cares a little bit too much about what other people think, is what I'm seeing here. And this is how Yunho views San. Now, also, though, we got the Eight of Pentacles, which the Eight of Pentacles is all about being hardworking. So Yunho does see that San is very much hardworking, always works on their skills, working on their craft, as you can see, working towards bettering themselves physically and on like material things, but also like just their craft, really, just like things that are here in the 3D. But also I'm seeing here with the Devil, two things I'm seeing here. Yunho does view San as a very close partner, like a close friend, you know, because this card, whenever we're talking about the connection with one person and the other person, the Devil is, it has people chained, like you can even see the people chained here, and so there is a close bond here. Yunho believes that him and San have a very close bond. They have a close connection here. But also another thing that maybe I'm seeing here is that maybe San has some habits, some hobbies that other people might not really understand, or maybe they might look down upon him. And maybe that's where this Lovers card in reverse comes into play, that maybe he doesn't show some of these habits or hobbies, these sides of himself, to others because he's just afraid of how other people will perceive him, how other people will view him. So that's maybe another thing that I'm seeing as well. So let's get into San's thoughts on Yunho. So San believes that currently, like maybe Yunho with the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles always talks about holding on to things. You know, you hold things close to you, but when this comes in reverse, sometimes you hold things a little bit too tight, right? You know, you're afraid to let go. So I feel like San believes that Yunho, sometimes he holds on to things a little bit too much, maybe circumstances, maybe it's hard for him to let go of like past mistakes that people have made or that he has made himself, maybe past experiences. It could even be like letting go of friends. Maybe he's sometimes like, I'm getting like separation anxiety. Which, like, if it's true for Yunho, same. Um, I'm totally there with him. So I feel like San sometimes believes that Yunho holds on a little bit too tightly to things, and sometimes it's hard for him to let go because maybe there could be a little bit of a temper here with the King of Wands in reverse. The King of Wands normally is the fiery, passionate king, but sometimes that fire, that passion can, in reverse, can turn into like jealousy, can turn into envy, and can turn into rage, like anger. So, uh, I feel like maybe San here thinks that Yunho sometimes like lets is it's hard for him to let go, because maybe he's afraid of letting go too far or too much, and then it just turns into like rage or anger or stuff like that. I don't know. I feel like here with the wheel in reverse, there have been some like bad circumstances that have happened with Yunho, that San recognizes in him, that like maybe he tries to control things a little bit too much or hold on to things, maybe keep his composure, hold on to his composure a little bit too much, and too strong, because there have been previous circumstances in the past where like he has let the anger get the better of him, or maybe jealousy get the better of him, and it causes problems, it causes unfortunate circumstances. So I feel here that San believes that Yunho tries to keep tries to keep a little bit too much of control, and I think it's because maybe Yunho is afraid of having these bad cycles, these bad patterns get out of control type of thing. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here, and it could be that maybe Yunho is going through a difficult time right now, but that's kind of, rather than just focusing on like that right now, like maybe this is like the general overview of San and Yunho's friendship. That San just sees that Yunho maybe sometimes holds on a little bit too much, and then sometimes when he finally lets go, it's whenever he's like angry and things just happen, and there's just a lot of fire that I'm noticing. So, yeah, interesting. So let's get some advice for San and Yunho. You know what? Let's do this. I'll draw like two cards for each and then advice for them. So we'll just draw two cards representing San's current energy, two cards representing Yunho's current energy, and we'll get some advice going from there. So let's get some cards representing San's current energy, overall energy. We got the Knight of Cups in reverse, and the Eight of Cups. Ooh. And let's get some cards representing Yunho's current energy. We got the High Priestess in reverse. And the Seven of Cups in reverse. Ooh, lots of emotions between the two of them. Like, they're both going through, like, just emotionally going through some things. You know what? I'll wait for these to get that as an advice card, the Oracle cards. So, we got San's current energy with as the Knight of Cups in reverse with the Eight of Cups. So, I feel like San maybe currently is moving away from like a lover or someone that wasn't really returning the same emotions. You know, the Knight of Cups in reverse. Well, first, the Knight of Cups is the emotionally sensitive knight, but when this card comes in reverse, it could be that I'm seeing one of two things. That either San is there's something going on where San was with someone that didn't really return the same kind of emotional affection, whether this could be friendly or romantic. Um, I'm not really too sure. I would have to go a little bit too much too into it, and I don't really like to go too much into things with the channel or in the channel, just because we'd like to give everyone some privacy. I just like to let y'all get a little bit more into what I'm seeing with the cards, but we also want to respect everyone's privacy, so we don't want to get too deep into things. Um, but I see here like moving away, like you can even see here, like there's moving away from this Knight of Cups energy, someone that doesn't really return the same feelings. And I don't know, it could be San also, that maybe San doesn't really know what he has to offer, because the Knight of Cups knows what they have to offer. But when this card comes in reverse, it could be that someone doesn't really have a lot to offer, and there's a moving away from that. So it seems that San is currently like moving away. Maybe he's traveling, he's going on an adventure just to kind of like refill his cup emotionally, refill and make him feel good. But there is a sense here that I'm seeing that it could be that either San or someone in San's life is not or did not return the same kind of emotions or emotional feelings. Um, and he's moving away from that. He's seeking out, he's going out towards doing something else. So that's what I'm saying for San. Now, Yunho's current energy, we got the High Priestess in reverse with the Seven of Cups in reverse. I'm immediately getting the sense that Yunho is kind of all over the place emotionally. He just doesn't really know what is truth, like what to believe right now. And the reason why I'm getting that is because the High Priestess normally is all about having a lot of intuitive knowledge. The High Priestess knows herself very well. She has a lot of wisdom. She goes based off of her intuition and her instincts. But when this card comes in reverse, it could be that Yunho is not really trusting his intuition. He's not really trusting himself. And also, this is magnified with the Seven of Cups in reverse. Like, look here, the Seven of Cups is all about making choices. You got all these choices to pick from. You just got to pick one. Make a choice, make a decision. But when this card comes in reverse, there's too many options, and you don't really know which cup to choose from. You don't really know what to do. You're very indecisive. So there is a lot of indecision going on in Yunho's life right now. And it seems that San is just like moving away from people that maybe didn't return affection, or maybe he didn't return the affection to someone, and he's wanting to travel and move away and distance himself so he can maybe figure out what he needs to do to fill up his cup again. So let's get some cards representing advice for both of them. Let's get some advice for San. We got the Hermit. Yeah, look at that. Just moving away. Look at all the movement here and just like being alone, solitude. The Lovers in reverse. I'm going to put that back there because it's got a little bit of nudity in that card. I ain't trying to get banned, y'all. I don't know what the terms on YouTube are, but we ain't trying to get the Ducky channel banned. So let's get some advice for Yunho. Six of Swords. And then Nine of Wands in reverse. And let's get a Chakra Oracle card for both of them. Facade. Yeah. Oh. Enlightenment. Wow, both of them got a solar plexus chakra, which solar plexus is all about dealing with your thoughts. The way, your mindset, the way you think, all that good stuff. So let's start with San's advice. We got the Hermit here with the Lovers in reverse. So the Hermit is ruled by Virgo, and the Hermit is all about seeking solitude, being alone, seeking wisdom, like learning more about yourself. And the Lovers in reverse is all about that indecision, thinking a little bit too caring too much about what other people think, and maybe not really knowing like whether to listen to your mind or to listen to your heart. So there is a facade here The advice that I'm seeing for San is he needs to let go of this like facade, which facade is French for like cover, like your mask, your just like this. We all have a mask, right? And sometimes it's hard for some of us to like let our guard down. There is some advice that I'm seeing here for San is to really nurture his inner child, get back in touch with his inner child, get back in touch with like what he used to love to do. And as children, we all do what we want to do, and then as we grow older we start caring a little bit too much about what other people think of us, and then therefore we start making decisions based off of like just to kind of protect ourselves from other people's thoughts and perceptions of us. And that's what's going on here with the lovers in reverse, which I do believe that I think Yunho sees that in San. The lovers came in reverse for Yunho's thoughts on San. So it's definitely resonating here that San sometimes like maybe makes decisions based off of what he thinks other people are going to think of him, and he needs to kind of get back in touch with himself, get back in touch with his like inner fire, his inner light, his inner child, and stop caring so much about what other people are going to think of him based off of his actions and stuff like that. So that's what I'm seeing for San's advice. Now, the advice for Yunho, we got the Six of Swords. He needs to just move away from these like thoughts. Like I'm seeing here that he just doesn't really know what to think. He doesn't know what to think about and how to and really trust himself. So the Six of Swords is all about travel. Very similar to the Eight of Cups, which is all about seeking, going out and venturing out. But the Six of Swords is all about like traveling and moving away from something bad towards something better. And it could even talk about traveling with someone else or other people. So the advice I'm seeing for him is to really confide in what he's thinking with other people, like let them know like, hey, like I'm thinking a little bit too much. Can you just like help me like just gather my thoughts again, or tell me like if am I acting irrational? Am I crazy? Am I acting crazy? I just feel like I can't really trust myself, so maybe I need another person to help me out. But that's what I'm seeing. And he also needs to really be strong, and know that he is strong. The Nine of Wands is all about being tenacious, enduring a lot of hardships. But when this card comes in reverse, it could talk about, he needs to really be strong during this situation, during this time, and know that things are going to get better. Things will get calmer. Or else, the Nine of Wands in reverse can talk about your mind. Your mind is it can be your best ally or it can be your worst enemy. It just depends on your perception and your mindset. And with that being said, we go into the solar plexus chakra, which is all about your mindset. He needs to kind of know that some things are out of his control. Again, he tries to hold on to things a lot. And that's what I saw in the beginning of the video with San's thoughts on Yunho. Yunho tries to like hold on to things too much, and I feel like with enlightenment here, the advice for him is to know that like sometimes like we all endure difficult challenges in life, but things don't stay like that forever, and he needs to know that calmer waters will be ahead whenever things are getting rough. He needs to know and that calmer waters are coming up ahead. Everything ebbs and flows. Change is always constant. So nothing can stay bad forever and nothing can stay good forever. So it's okay that he's in a bad or in a like rough place, maybe mentally, or where he just can't really trust himself right now. But it's okay. Things will get better. And then whenever those things do get better, he also needs to know how to embrace those things, because again, life is a roller coaster. Nothing can stay really good forever and nothing can stay bad forever. So that's what I'm seeing for San and Yunho's tarot card reading. So Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, or a thumbs down if you did not like the video. That's totally okay also. Feel free to give me some constructive criticism. If you did not like the video, let me know why. Also, I'm probably not going to be writing too many things on my to-do list because this is my to-do list, y'all. Like, each line is one video, and as you can see, I got a lot. I got a lot on my list, and I don't know if I'll be able to get to all of them, but I'm gonna try to get to most of them. So it's a good problem to have, you know, having a lot of people requesting things. I'm very grateful that you all are wanting me to do a lot of these videos, but it is a little bit hard on me sometimes, trying to get to a lot of them and writing them on top of working and stuff. So please be patient with me, and remember to take care of yourselves mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and sexually. Love and respect yourselves and others, and stay hydrated. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.